Hello my dear students. Today is our next class on K-maps. In our previous video class, we have seen how to simplify the given product of sum expression using K-maps. We had seen in our previous class that when we are simplifying the given expression using K-map for product of sum form, we go for grouping of zeros. How the groupings are done? By pair, which means two zeros together, vertical, horizontal or overlapping. Quad, four zeros together, vertical, horizontal or overlapping. Octet, eight zeros together, again it can be vertical, horizontal or overlapping. Okay. Now let us take one more example on how to simplify the given Boolean expression for the product of sum form using K-map. So now here, as you see, it says simplify function of a, b, c, d with pi values as 4, 6, 9, 11, 13 and 15. That is 6 different terms are being used here. So where if we are using 4 variables, we have to go for 16 combination of values, which means that we should go for the general K-map with 16 blocks here. Okay. You have 4 here. So with the cell number 4, we have to place 0. 6 here. 9 here. 11 here. 13 and 15. All the remaining blocks are being filled with ones. Okay. Now, let us go for the grouping part. We have to first check as per the rules whether there is any octet. Octet means 8 zeros together. So in this particular K-map, we do not have 8 zeros, so there is no possibility for octet. Next, we need to check for quad. 4 zeros together. Yes, we do have a possibility over here. We can group these 4 zeros together. Okay. Next, we are left out with 2 zeros here. One over here and one over here. Now we need to check whether there is any possibility of quad for it. No, we don't have. Then we need to check for pair. And I have said that grouping diagonally is not permitted. We cannot group it like this. Then how to go for this grouping? If you check this 2 zeros, if I overlap, if I am going to fold it, these 2 zeros overlap, so we can consider a pair like this. Okay. So now let's write the solution. Okay. Write first quad. So quads are M9, 11, 13 and 15. Okay. Next, this particular quad is associated with these 2 rows and these 2 columns. Okay. When I say these 2 rows, I have to check for these terms. Out of these 2, what is the common term? It is A complement. See, plus, I have to go for these 2 columns. Now in these 2 columns, what is the common term? It is D complement. So write D complement. Okay. So quad is done. Next, go for pair. These are the pair. It is associated with this row and these 2 columns. Okay. Now, since there is a single row, we don't get any common term here. So, we have to go for this entire term to be written in the solution. So, our pairs are associated with the cell M4 and M6. Therefore, row you write A plus B complement. Okay. Now it is associated with this column and this column. So out of these 2 columns, what is a common term? It is D. So write plus D. So therefore simplified product of sum expression is A complement plus D complement into A plus B complement plus D. Okay. So this is the simplification for this problem number 4. Okay. Now let us see the next problem. Here. This is the 5th problem. Listen carefully. It says simplify function of a, b, c, d with pi 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13 and 15. Okay. So now draw the K-map for 4 variables, which means it should have 16 blocks, and place the corresponding values. You have 0. So cell numbering with 0, place 0, then 1, then 3, then 4, you have 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13 and 15. So all the remaining blocks should be placed with 1 here. Okay. Now we have to go for grouping. So as per the grouping rules, we have to first check whether there is any possibility of octet, 8 zeros together. Do we have any possibility? Yes. As you observe, you have these 8 zeros together here. So this becomes an octet. Okay. Now we have here and these zeros left out. For these zeros, do we have any possibility of octet? No. Next we have to check for quad. Quad means 4 zeros together. Now you observe here you have 2 zeros. I can group it with these 2 here, making it a quad. Yes. Next you have 0 here. If I group it with these 3 zeros, it becomes a quad. Yes. Now you have one more 0 left out here. Now in this, check whether there is any possibility of quad. No. So we should go for a pair here. Okay. So we have completed with the grouping. Now let us write the simplified form with the help of these groupings. First write the octet. So for octet we have M1, M3, M5, M7, M9, M11, M13 and M15. Okay. Now this octet is associated with all these 4 rows, because completely it is associated with these 4 rows and these 2 columns. Let us check in these 4 rows based on these values. Do we get any common term in all the 4? No, we don't get any common term. So next we have to check for columns. These are the 2 columns to which this octet is associated with. So check in these 2 columns, common term, it is D complement. So write the simplified form for the octet is D complement. Next we have to go for the quad. Say quad 1. Let us consider this quad, these 4 zeros together. It is M0, M1, M4 and M5. Okay. Now this quad is associated with these 2 rows and these 2 columns. Now in these 2 terms, what is the common term? It is A. Now this is associated with these 2 columns. Here what is the common term? It is C. Next, take quad 2, which is this one. It is M4, M5, M6 and M7. So this is the quad. This quad is associated with this row and all the 4 columns, right? Since it is associated with a single row, we can't go for a common value, so this entire term should be considered A plus B complement. And it is associated with all the 4 columns, so we don't get any common term. You have this as a simplified form. Next, should go for pair. Pair are these two. It is M10 and M11. This pair is associated with this row and these 2 columns. Since it is associated with a single row, we can't get a common term. We should write that entire term A complement plus B. And these 2 columns means it is C complement common. So therefore, simplified product of sum expression is D complement into A plus C, A plus B complement, A complement plus B plus C complement. Okay. So this is the simplified expression for this problem. So I think students, you are clear that how a product of sum expression can be simplified with the help of K-maps. Okay. Now let us go for the next set of examples. Now here, just observe the question. For a 4 variable K-map, so the question clearly says it should be a 4 variable K-map. And what are those variables? W, X, Y, Z. W, X, Y, Z are the 4 variables. We have to draw the subcubes for the minterms given. Okay. You are given with a term here, W, X, Y complement. Since it is said K-map with 4 variables, I have already drawn a K-map with 4 variables, that is 16 cubes. And they have given the variables W, X, Y, Z already. So W, X I have taken here, Y, Z it is taken here. And based on that, the values are already written because it is minterm. So a variable, if it is holding 0, it should be the complemented form. If it is holding 1, it should be the original form. Okay. So what exactly does this subcube mean? Means for this particular term, where exactly we can get the grouping of 1. Okay. So listen very carefully how I am going to do that. First check W, X, Y complement. Where exactly in this K-map do we find those terms? Let's check WX. You have WX here, which means your grouping should be in this row. Okay. Then it says Y. Y is coming at the top side. Y complement. Where I am getting Y complement? Here in the first term, here in the second term. So your subcube for WXY complement is existing in these 2 columns. So it should be WXY complement. So where it coincides? It coincides here and here. Okay. So here you have to place the values 1. This is the subcube for it. Which means in this given K-map, where exactly this term is coinciding, that is the subcube of it. So when you see, you get WX also here and you get Y complement here when you take these 2. When you are writing the simplified form of it, because it is associated with the single row here, you will be writing WX and these 2 columns because they are holding Y complement. So this is the subcube of it. Okay. Let us take one more example so that you get more clarity about it. Now here, our next term is only WX, which means from this upper side we don't get any term. Only from here we should get the terms. So I say Wx. Wx means it is associated with this entire row. Yes? And they are asking for the term only Wx, which means your subcube is here. When I group this together, you get finally Wx. Okay. This is how subcubes are being made. Next subcube. Now see. It says only y. Finally, the resultant of the simplified expression, we should get only y here with this. Which means here no term is considered in this side. And it says only y. Y means you have here. You are having here and here. Which means it is associated with this column and this column. Both. So say 1, 1, 1, 1. So when I group this, when I check the rows, we don't get any common term, but associated with these two columns, we get the common term as y here. Okay. So I think you're clear how to draw the subcubes for the given 4 variable K-map. Whatever is the term given, for finding the subcubes, first you have to check where exactly in the K-map that term is present. After finding out where it is present, you should see where exactly it coincides. So where it coincides, you have to place the values 1 and group it. This is how we do the subcubes for K-maps. Okay. Now, let us take one more type of example with this Boolean algebra. Now what does the question say? It says, write sum of products expression corresponding to the function f in the following truth table. Now here only truth table is given. Based on this truth table, we have to write sum of products expression. And as we know, if the sum of products expression is there, which means it is min term. And for min terms, we will consider value as 1. Okay. Now, corresponding to these values 1, we have to form now sum of product expression. In this truth table, they have already given what are the logical variables. And for these logical variables, where the min terms are, that is also given. 1 is here means you have to consider these values. Okay. So these are the values to be considered for the given logical variables. Let us start with the first term for the sum of product expression. Let us take. You have 1 here. Okay. Which means I should take this row. You have value 0 for A. If it is a min term and if it is holding, if any variable is holding value 0, which means it should be its complemented form. So it will be A complement. Okay. What is the next one? It is 1. 1 means it the original term itself you should write. So it is B. Next is 0. 0 to C. So it should be C complement. Say plus. So one term we have already done. Moving to the next one. So here 1. Take this row. We have 0 for A. So again it will be A complement. Okay. Next you have 1. So it will be the variable as it is B. Another one is also 1. So it will be as it is C. Okay. So this one and this one is done. Next check where exactly the resultant is 1. It is here. So I have to consider this row. Say plus A value is 1. So it will be the term itself. B is also 1. Term itself B. C is 0. So it should be in its complemented form. Plus. This is done. And the last one. 1 here. 1, 1, 1. So for all the 3 variables, value given is 1. So it will be A, B, C. So this is the final sum of product expression based on the given truth table. Okay. So I hope students, now you are clear with how we draw the K-maps, how we simplify the expressions, and based on the K-maps, what are the varieties of problems that can appear. So, with this problem, we are completing the chapter Boolean Algebra. In the next video class, I am starting with another new concept. So, kindly go through the video carefully and clearly and solve the assignments which will be sent to you. Thank you.